Hi everyone, this is the LEGO Minecraft The Warden Encounter set. This is a set that was released in June 2025, and I'm going to build it without the instructions. Here's a look at the top of the box that shows us the characters involved, only one minifigure here. And here's a look at the back of the box, which shows us an alternative angle that's going to make it easier for us to build it just using the box. Let's open the set and see what's inside. So the box is only half full in this case, and this is all we get there. You get these 3 numbered bags, plus these 2 instruction manuals, which are labeled 1 and 2, but which don't clearly indicate what each instruction manual is for. Only one of them has the QR code to scan for points. And I'm just going to set these to the side and we'll look at them at the very end if needed, if there's anything interesting in there. But for now, I'll just figure it out as I go along, starting with bag 1. The box is right here, but I'll put it to the side just so I have more space to build. I'll point out before building anything that we get these transparent plates for the first time in many, many years from LEGO. It's really, really awesome to see these return. So yes, it's a transparent dark blue piece. Very interesting to get. Usually we only get like 1x1, 1x2 transparent plates, but now we seem to get them in larger sizes, and I'm very optimistic about what this means for the future of LEGO. This is a very interesting color for the carrot piece done in pearl gold. It has been done before, but it's nice to see it here once again. Bag 1 gives us this Silent Ranger minifigure, which looks a lot like Alex, plus this first part of the build. I'm not sure where these pieces go. I'm not sure about the back, but this is the gist of it based on all the sides of the box. I'm sorry about the blurriness. It looks like the camera is losing focus a lot for whatever reason today. Also get a bunch of accessories here, including this golden carrot, this box right here, and this seemingly magical potion. And I'll just keep these plates to the side because we might need them later. Again, here we have a massive transparent plate. This is really impressive to me. I'm very, very happy to see this. We have not seen new transparent plates from LEGO for many years, in fact, possibly many decades. So this is definitely very, very welcome, and I hope we see many, many more pieces like this, many more colors, including transparent clear. I'm very looking forward to that. Bag 2 finishes up the main build with the terrain here. We have some TNT, a bunch of mechanisms here that we'll look at towards the end. It's basically the lava half of this set, with a little bit of lush green as well, so all jumbled together. Bag 3 gives us the chicken, of course, and the Warden himself, and with that we have finished the build. The set comes with one minifigure shown here, labeled on the box as Silent Ranger, but it reminds me a lot of Alex, the famous character from the game. So there's nice printing on the torso, but no printing on the legs, and of course there's only one expression, which is the main one shown here, either surprised or amused or shocked, depending on how you want to interpret it. And this character gets this bow piece in lavender purple. So it's a nice minifigure to get, but I wish that we had 2 or 3 minifigures in the set for the price that we pay. We also get a very meme-worthy chicken right here, built very simply with minimal pieces, but it gets the idea across. There's one custom mold right here, this piece right here with the printing and dual molding. Everything else is using standard pieces. You can also turn this into a microscale chicken jockey. Chicken jockey, chicken jockey, chicken jockey. In terms of the set, let's take a look at the Warden first. So this Warden is very similar to one that appeared previously in another set, but it's good to get him here in this cheaper and more affordable set. This is the camera-friendly angle, and this is not so much so, but it doesn't look terrible from the back as long as you don't mind the anti-studs. We could have covered this up a little bit better, but it might have increased the budget of the set. And the color consistency is good except for the gray that's showing up here just because these pieces are color locked. So everything else is either dark blue, tan, or teal, which is my favorite color. In terms of articulation, you can move the legs like this, forward a lot and back a little bit, so that's the maximum extent. There's waist articulation, so the thing can spin around. the shoulders are on ball sockets, so you can move the hands up and down, but there are no elbows and no knees either, obviously. Yeah, you can adjust the hands as much as you like, as long as you're within this axis of rotation. You cannot really bring them in or out too much. Well, you can bring them out a little bit, but not so much inwards. And here up top, you can adjust these a little bit for the head, and then you can obviously spin the head itself and make it look up and down. So quite decent articulation for this cute little thing. It's not so cute when you're facing it in game, but as a Lego object, it's a cute little thing. And if I put it here, I can make it stand on one leg. Can I do that? Okay, here's one interesting pose, other than just like having it straight down. So you can do things like this. And if you practice in advance, you might be able to figure out more poses for the thing. Of course, you can have it sitting down. Yeah, you can do some interesting things with this. And here's what it looks like next to a minifigure, just so you can get an idea for the scale of the thing. And here's the chicken for good measure. So they're all roughly to scale with each other. I did not mention this before, but bag 3 also contains one of these egg pieces, presumably laid by the chicken. And I was looking for this piece in the previous bags because it is shown right here, but it turns out you get the piece itself with the chicken only in bag 3. And once it's done, then you can place this wherever you like. And a lot of these things, even on the back and front of the box, they're all over the place because they are meant to be moved around. These things that are placed on the jumper tiles, and that is standard for Minecraft. So same thing with this one right here. And this potion, you could have it here, you could have it here, pretty much anywhere you like. And in terms of the terrain itself, before looking at the action features, let's just look at what we get. It is set in a lush cave, so it's basically underground. We're gonna have to imagine that this whole thing is covered up. And here we have this side, which is more water-based, just based on the colors here, the transparent blue. But then on this side, we have the lava flowing here and appearing very dangerous, and we have some plants also growing in this lush cave. It's the Minecraft world, different from our world. And yeah, it's a nice little terrain build. My favorite parts are these transparent pieces right here, the transparent plates, which we have not seen from Lego in a very long time. So these are definitely my favorites. I do like the repeating pattern here of the teal, dark blue, and aqua. So that's pretty nice. And the use of these teeth pieces here for rock formations, I believe, is a nice touch. Plus, I like this printed piece right here. So I really like this side. This side is also cool, and it's built up a bit more. You have this lava with a little bit of transparency in it to add to the realism. This is realism you can get within Lego. And then you have this TNT here and this whole structure, which is meant to be part of a cave. Of course, this is Minecraft, so we're going to be mining for stuff, including these diamonds right here. So we're going to try to mine them out. But you can't just do that because there's dangers all around. So first of all, if you pull this, then this rock formation is going to fall on you. So you have to be careful. And this is easily resettable with just plugging this back in here. So that's one possible action feature. And the other one, possibly more dangerous, is this TNT, where you push hard on this red piece right here and watch what happens. Yeah, this thing flew off frame, so let's try that again. Yeah, just look at what happens. Yeah, I couldn't really go for large distances, and I was not even like pushing it that hard. So that's a fun little thing to play with. I'm sure kids who get this set are gonna have lots and lots of fun with it, even on its own. You could add other sets to make it larger and even more exciting, but even what you get here, there's lots of play value with 2 play features that are action-based, and you have all these other things that you can move around. This potion, the chicken, of course, this thing here with the golden carrot, is pretty interesting to see. I have not noticed this before. So yeah, lots of good stuff here. And yeah, we have a torch. I don't know if I mentioned this before. So yeah, like I'm not going to mention every single piece right here, but you get the idea. We have this flower hanging from underneath. It's totally random, but I like it. And this is the same piece that was used for the aliens in Lego City. So it's nice to see the same piece used for different purposes across multiple themes. So yeah, this is what the terrain looks like. And here's what it looks like from the underside. And again, I love this transparent piece right here. This is a massive W. I'm not 100% sure what this thing looks like from the back, just because it's not shown well on the box, and I used only the box to build this set, nothing else, just the box. So yeah, I'm overall very happy with this. I wish we got 1 or 2 more figures in the set for the same price. I think that would have added a lot to the play value, especially if there's multiple kids all playing with this set at the same time. But that can easily be remedied by getting one of those Minecraft battle packs where you get 4 figures all in one set, and I built one of those earlier this year. So at least there's that. And if you combine that with this, then you have 5 figures, this terrain plus a little bit more terrain, and I think that would be a pretty good use of money. And at 238 pieces for $20 US or $25 Canadian, I do think that the price is reasonable, although when this thing goes on discount later this year, that will be an even better deal. But it's not bad as it is at the retail price, it's not crazy. Although again, I wish we got 1 more figure at the very least. In terms of the build experience without the instructions, I found it to be relaxing and enjoyable after having built the much larger and more complex minifigure vending machine. Check out that video if you have not done so already. So that was a very big build, a pretty big challenge, and this was very nice and relaxing in comparison. The terrain is not that difficult to figure out, and it doesn't really matter where exactly you put the pieces because it can be moved around. So for example, if you put this right here, or if you put this here, it's not a big deal. It's not going to change the experience of the set significantly. As long as you get the general idea, you're fine. In terms of the Warden, you have to be a little bit more careful because you do need to create... In terms of the Warden, you do need to be a bit more careful because you do need to create something meaningful. You have to respect what is shown on the box, and the articulation needs to work. So It's a little bit more complicated than that, and also we don't see this guy from the back, we only see him from the front, so we kind of have to guess with the remaining pieces how to fit them on the back, but it's not that difficult to figure out using the process of elimination. And one thing I've not tried yet is flipping this piece upside down to turn the frown into a smile. Oh yeah, that totally works. That's a different look. You just change one piece, flip it upside down. I don't think that is shown anywhere on the box, but yeah, you can do that if you really want to. So yeah, overall, I'm happy with the set. I'm happy especially to get these pieces, the transparent plates, and I'm happy with the build experience, and the price and value is okay. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this set. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Are there any other LEGO Minecraft sets that you want me to review, such as any of these? And these are the summer 2025 sets. Some of them come out in June in North America, but some of them are only going to come out in August. So if you're interested in any of these sets, please let me know, and I'll do my best to get them and build them without the instructions and share the joy of Minecraft with you all. So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you all in the next one.